guys, so this is my new to me boat, and I was actually looking for a center console, but all I could find was the bass boat, which is fine because I do bass fishing too. I mean, I do mostly cat fishing, but this will work. So I'm actually installing the monster rod holders. I have the base plate, and I'm getting that done right now. So what I'm using is I'm using a bit. So the bit that I'm using is actually a here, let me see. That's a 5/32-inch bit, and I'm just using regular metal roofing screws with the washer. Now I am pre-drilling these holes so it doesn't spider, and then I'm filling the holes with silicone caulking, the clear. So that's where I'm just filling the holes, and then I'm installing these so just to make it extra waterproof. So I'm putting 3 on this side and 3 on the other side over there, and then I'm putting 1 here, and then 1 on the other side, and then 1 there and over there. So I'm gonna have 10 total, 6 on the front and then 4 on the back. Then I have a fish finder that's gonna go here. I have a hook 7, which is this one. I'm about to get that one installed here in a second. Actually, I got a steal on this one. I actually ended up getting this one for $2.99 at Academy when I price matched it with Cabela's. I think Cabela's might have had a typo on their ad, but anyway, so yeah, this is a Stratos, a 1993 Stratos with a 90 horsepower engine. Everything is pretty clean. I ended up getting it at a good deal. I'm also putting a new kill switch. Like as you can see, this one's all old and wore out, so I'm installing a new one, a new kill switch, and then also here's a hook too. So I'm gonna get this one installed here in a bit. But yeah, guys, so this is how it came in too. Here's the rest of the rod holders right here. So it came in 2 bundles. I have like this style. I forgot which size they were, 30 and 45 or something like, I forgot. And then I have these 2, this style right here. These are gonna go in the back, and then I got these that go in the front. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that installed here, and then let me show you how I'm doing it. So here we go. So I'll go ahead and put it where I want it, right here. So I'll do that. I'll pre-drill 1 hole, and then I'll line it up. Then I'll add the silicone to this one. And then just grab your screw. And the screws that I'm using are 5/16. Also, you guys, you want to make sure your drill is not set on all the way torque. Make sure it's turned down. That way, you don't strip the fiberglass or the wood in the boat when you're screwing it in. You don't over torque it. Okay, so now that I have 1 screw in there, it should hold this in place. So now I'm able to drill the other 3 holes like this without any issue. So then what I'll do, I'll just come and do this, all 3 of them. And then make sure you realign it too as well, because when you tighten this, it'll shift a little bit. So just line it up again. Make sure, guys, you don't breathe this stuff in either, because it's fiberglass is not good for you. Get some more screws out, and we'll put the caulking again, fill the holes up. You don't need a whole lot, just enough to cover the hole and the ribs around the screw. So we'll go ahead and make sure you get the long ones too as well, the long screws. See how it's the drill is backing out before the screw strips. Alrighty. So now we have this. So it'll look like this, like that. That ain't going nowhere. And then what you'll do is you'll grab your rod holder like that. You put it in there like this, and you screw it in. Like this. Okay, so I'll back it out a little bit. Then I'll bring this back down, because you don't want to tighten this, over tighten this, because then you're going to be pushing this screw down and making this go up, so you're putting stress on your boat. So just as soon as it touches, back out and tighten the screw, and then you can tighten this up. See, like that. There you go. Now it's not going to go nowhere. So just tighten this, and then I'll come back with the wrench and I'll tighten this first with the wrench, and then I'll come back and I'll hand tighten this as much as I can, like that. So yeah, we'll have this one, and then now we're gonna put another one here. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much how you do it. And then I was kind of iffy about drilling holes in my hole, because of I don't want to put any holes in here or drill any holes for my transducer. So what I did is I bought this pad. You can buy it on Amazon for like 40 bucks, and you just make sure you clean off the area really good. You center it with your hole, you center it, and that way you drill onto here instead of your hole. That way you don't have any holes here, or any holes in your hole. And so yeah, that'll save my boat. And I just installed this, but I have to give it 18 hours to cure. So tomorrow I'll come back and I'll install the fish finder. The same thing, I didn't want to run the fish finder through here, so what I did is I'm going to add, this thing came with little clips for your wires, so I'm going to add them here so the wires can go up here. And there's this drain hole right here for your boat, and I'm not sure I don't think it'll have any effect, but I'm going to just run the wire straight up in there, and then I ran it through these from here. Here's the drain hole right here, and then it comes out on the other side right there, right here. I just ran the wire up and through here with engine cables, and then I ran all that all the way to the front. So that's just the way I'm going to run it. That way I don't have to drill any holes in the boat. And I think this already had a transducer over here, but it's so old right here, I don't want to mess with it. It doesn't even work. I don't want to use anything from there, so I'll just leave that like that. And then but I'll do that tomorrow. But I'll go ahead and install the fish finder today. I'll do that here in a second here too as well. It'll go right here. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, so I went ahead and finished, got it all done. I can't find that 10th. I had 10 rod holders. I ordered 10, and I had 10 of these mounts. I lost one of them. I have no idea where it went. I can't find it. anyway, so I just ended up mining 9. So I did 3 in the right here. I did 2 over there. I was trying to put 3, but I'll show you what happened in a second. So I did these 3. I got my fish finder mounted right there. And I did this one. I really want the pole that goes from here to the other side. That way I can have 4 rods mounted right here, or I mean 6, but that was a little bit pricey and I was already spending too much. But anyway, so here's, I put 1 here, 1 there. I had 1 here, 1 here, and then this is what happened right here is this is the first one I put because I wanted to put 3 on this side, but these 2 screws back here, this one and this one, they weren't grabbing, so it came out. So I thought it was maybe they didn't have any support, so I screwed it down, and it did the same thing over here. So I just drilled 8 holes in my boat for no reason. Oh well, I'm over it now. But anyway, so I just sealed those holes up with caulking. And then here's the other one. So I mean, they're sturdy. They're sturdy. Hopefully they don't break off. If they do, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off. But hopefully they don't. I did the best I could. And so anyways, here's another issue that this one's kind of pissed me off. And this one's because remember I had told you I had bought this pad right here so I didn't have to drill holes. Well, the issue is you want to have your fish finder centered to your hole as much as possible. And what happens is whenever my motor is all the way down, it actually hits the transducer, because it's a long one. It sticks way out here. So I'm gonna have to order another one and end up placing it like on the side or something right here. That way it's out of the way of the engine. So that's a bummer, because this thing alone is 40 bucks. So I just wasted 40 bucks down the drain. So I'm gonna have to buy another one to go up here or on the other side. So it's away from the engine, the propeller. So yeah, that's the last thing that's need to be done. And then I'm finished. This is how it looks fully completed.